Here's tonight's 9 at 9. 5 children killed in Pennsylvania after a fire at an all-night child care center. 3 of the victims were siblings and were children of a volunteer firefighter. We still don't know how that fire started. Today marks 2 years since a woman was killed in Charlottesville, Virginia, protesting against a white nationalist rally. People set up a memorial to Heather Heyer, leaving flowers and messages.
She paid all her respect to people, so I'm paying my respect back to her. We still hold a piece of her in our hearts.
Heyer was killed when a man rammed his car into a crowd in 2017. A lawsuit has been filed against an Atlanta hotel that's been tied to the largest Legionnaire's disease outbreak in the state of Georgia. So far, 1 person has died from the disease after visiting the Sheraton Atlanta hotel. 11 other cases have been confirmed. The hotel has been closed since July 16th. 24 people rescued in El Paso while attempting to cross the Rio Grande. According to a Border Patrol spokesperson, there is 1 man who was with that group who is still unaccounted for. 3 of the rescued were taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The remaining 11 were taken into custody to be processed by Customs and Border Protection. A Kansas City, Missouri police chase caught on dash camera. It all started when an officer tried to pull the driver over. As that officer pursues the suspect, he hears gunshots.
I think they're shooting at me now. We're headed eastbound!
The chase reached speeds of nearly 100 miles an hour. Luckily, no one was hurt, but the officer's cruiser was hit by gunfire. The whole thing ended when police used a pit maneuver. 3 people in the suspect's car were arrested. Here at home, an uncomfortable first day of school for 2 SAISD campuses. Sam Houston and Fox Tech High Schools each had air conditioning outages today. At Sam Houston, most of the hallways and classrooms on the 2nd floor were without air conditioning. Students were moved to cooler rooms. Meanwhile, the AC was out on the 3rd floor at Fox Tech and Advanced Learning Academy. Some students were bused to the Alamo Convocation Center for classes. Work on the AC units at both schools will continue tomorrow. A Louisiana man captures video of his own rescue. A Coast Guard representative says the man was riding a boat on a bayou with another man when the vessel somehow became disabled. Coast Guard members on a helicopter responded to the scene. Both men were safely rescued. The Comal County Sheriff's Office is trying to track down a woman they've labeled the wedding crasher. They say this woman is an uninvited wedding guest who has stolen gifts from at least half a dozen weddings.
This is someone that is marking somebody's special day and essentially ruining it.
A California neighborhood overrun with rabbits. It may not sound like a serious situation, but people living there say that they are facing damaged yards and debris. They say it all started back in December when they noticed a few little rabbits sitting on their front lawns.
Went from 7 to 10 to about 50 rabbits just all over the neighborhood. And then from there, it started to not be cute anymore.
Neighbors think the rabbits may be coming from the home of someone who lives in the area who has a hoarding problem. To read more about these 9 stories, go to ksat.com/news at 9.